and those orders are
Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Defiance 2050. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today we're reviewing Defiance 2050 Beta Edition. Let's get to it. So when I first heard about Defiance 2050, I was kind of excited. The idea behind Defiance was actually pretty good. So originally, Defiance came out on, it was a TV series on sci-fi. Came out several years ago. There were several seasons of it. And there was a game that came out at the same time. It was an MMO RPG, which looks a lot like this. So originally, the game would have certain side missions that tied in with the series, and you didn't have to do one to understand the other. Although if you had a little bit of background on Defiance, it would certainly help you out. Now on the game you can choose between Arathian, Castellan, and Human, male and female versions of each. Beta only allows you to pick the Assault class. All the other ones are locked on the Beta Edition. Now, unfortunately, it quickly became apparent that this was a port of the original game, not a new game in and of itself. Now, that's not to say that it couldn't be good. However, the game has the same kind of problems that plagued the first one. You have other players popping in and out. You have objectives that you're not able to interact with right away. The lag or server is not up to snuff in order to handle the load of the players. You look at playing with a whole bunch of people in something like a Hellbug Swarm or an Arcfall, which are like large public events where you can have just a whole bunch of people. If you look at the radar, each purple dot is another player. So you're talking about 50, 64 people all in the same area at the same time. When the game has trouble with 4 to 8 people, having 50 people is extremely... I mean, it really shows where the problems are at on the server side of things. So unfortunately, this is a port. It's a hard pass. The only reason to really get into this game is if you have friends who also play and you're using it as a social outlet. And I have to say, there just are better games to do something like this. If you're playing, you know, something like Fortnite or PUBG, those are going to be along the same lines. You know, PvP, Battle Royale types, or using, playing together in a game like Warframe that's more PvE based, where you can have up to 4 players playing on a map at the same time. So unfortunately it's not a new title, it's a port of an old title onto a new platform, so it kind of feels like it's a cash grab, trying to take that old technology and pass it off as something new. Well, I hope you found this informative and helpful. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
more Volge on their way.
I've lost the shields.
Careful, we got a lot more Volge on their way.